One take, one take. This is NBA One Take featuring yours truly, Pretty Boy Lakers. This is NBA One Take for your head. NBA One Take for your brain. Coming to you live from Newburgh, New York. This is NBA One Take. March 15th, 2022. For me, I got 3 games on the docket, as well as some reviews on some things that I've been watching. And let me get to the first. The first is my LA Lakers. They beat the New Orleans Pelicans. Yes, my Lakers get the win. And we beat the Pelicans, baby. So I'm very ecstatic. I'm very happy. Look, I'm always happy when my Lakers is winning, baby. No matter what y'all think about my Lakers. We get the win, baby. We get the win. Led by a monster game by Anthony Davis, who had 35 and 17. Malik Beasley was lighting it up with 24. And my man D'Angelo Russell, had 17 for my Lakers. And for the New Orleans Pelicans, B.I. Brandon Ingram had 22. Trey Murphy III had 20. And Herb Jones finished with 20 for the Pelicans. Pelicans, they on the slide a little bit. When they hear there's some rumblings on still on the take of Zion Williamson if he's coming back for the rest of the season. We truly don't know what's really going on, and there's reports that he may shut it down. And he was kind of, people in the organization kind of upset, not at him because he had a freak injury. It's just about the whole situation. And they had high hopes because at one point when he was playing, they was third in the West. And now it's not looking too good for them going forward. And the next game of the night is the Toronto Raptors versus the Denver Nuggets. And this is another loss for the Denver Nuggets. Another loss for the Denver Nuggets. And this is huge. No loss for the Nuggets. And Jokic is the media's MVP. I'm not nitpicking. But he's averaging triple-double. Nikola Jokic, but I'm just saying. What do Joel and Giannis got to do to be, to really be out there? Don't say, because I was handling Jokic and all this other stuff, and I'm just gonna pick him. I don't care what you guys think. That's the way they've been thinking. Well, let's get to the game. Nikola Jokic, she had 28 and 7. Michael Porter Jr. finished with 23, and Aaron Gordon finished with 18 in this game. And for Toronto Raptors, Fred VanVleet had 36. Monster showing out for him. OG Anunoby had 24. Scotty Barnes with 18, and Jakob Poeltl finished with a double-double, 12 and 11. The Raptors right now is trying to really solidify themselves, get into the playoffs, and trying to see what they're going to do, right? Some reports about a lot of things going on with them, but let me tell you something. This is still a solid ball club, right? And they could really do some things in the playoffs, especially in the East, with a lot of uncertainty, especially with kind of the bottom three, the bottom 4 teams, last 4 playoff spots. You can see the Raptors getting in and doing some damage there, but they like I said. Expectations a little higher than what they are right now, but they're still the Raptors. The next game of the night is the Nets versus the Oklahoma City Thunder. The Nets get this big win, led by Mikal Bridges, who had 34. Cam Johnson had 23 and 9. Spencer Dinwiddie is 16 and 11, and Nick Claxton with 12 and 12 with a double-double for the Nets. The Nets is, what they're trying to do. Trying to get into that playoff, see what they can do with their young guys, and they're going to move forward from there. Thunder, another team, trying to get into the playoff, trying to get to that top 6. And they've been, like I said this since before, since the preview, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, these guys is not tanking for no thing. They're playing to win. And people's asking why they listen. If they tank again, this guy's gonna win out. So, but he led the team with 35. Josh Giddey had a triple double, 15, 13, and 10. Lou Dort with 24 and 9, and Jay Will had 23 and 10 for his strong candidacy for Rookie of the Year. Jalen Williams from the Jay Will, I think they call him, and the other one's J Dub. But the Jay Williams, he's real strong candidate for Rookie of the Year. He's been playing well. Powell, Van Carroll, but he's creeping up on him. It's going to be an interesting race going down the stretch. Especially that now that the Thunder's trying to go to the playoffs. And the last game of the night is the Cavs versus the Hornets. The Cavs' big win here, led by Evan Mobley at 26. Darius Garland had 19. Karis LeVert finished with 27. And Zeddy Osman finished with 24. He had a real good game in this game as well. For the Hornets, it's Terry Rozier with 22 and 9. And Kelly Oubre finished with 28 for the lowly Hornets. Hornets been losing, so we're just seeing what's going on. As Michael Jordan most likely is going to be selling the team. He's looking for some serious buyers. Just to have a minority stake in the team. I think when you see things like this, I think Jordan's probably cashing out because he probably have some other endeavors that he wants to do. Possibly own another team, probably in another sport, possibly Major League Baseball. We're seeing right now. That's just my take. I think Jordan is doing something to get into another organization. He's a businessman, but he has love for sports in general. He has love for a lot of sports. He got soccer and dog, soccer, horse racing, and many other things. So potentially a seller for something else. I understand people talk about, oh man, look, you're not selling to another black person. Listen. Man, it's about business or whatever like that. If somebody come out there with a real business decision for stepping up, then it can happen. But I understand what they're saying about, we need more black owners and ownership and things like that. Listen, it can happen. It can happen. NBA is trying to push for things like that. But at the end of the day, the people that's really majority sellers is trying to make the best business decision for themselves. If there's some other groups that comes in and wants to really speak with Jordan, he feel that the deal is comfortable and the passion for is look like is helping, then then so be it. The thing is, I always say the more minority owners of sports teams, we have more of them joining in, building brand equity and building. Then when they could put a group together, they could be the lead, then they could come in and own the large majority of the team. Most likely they're running it with like a board or something like that. So, but that's mainly it. All right, let me get to some NBA news. Ja Morant is actually suspended for 8 games. He already served some, so this is the official suspension for the gun incident, which is just ludicrous at this point for me. It's bullshit, but it is what it is. They saying that he's seeking counseling or other things. Whatever. I just don't have the energy for this crap. But I understand what it is. He did make a mistake. I'm not gonna advocate he did not make a mistake. He did, because social media, they can run jump with it. How they can make a situation like that 10 times worse than it is, and they can make the optics as well It's very, very disturbing. So that's what it is. John Morant's going to be out for 8 games. He already served a few for those games missed because he's lost game checks. So he'll be out for that. Okay, things I saw. Luther Fallen Sun review. Now, this was a good psychological thriller with my man Idris Elba, a convicted felon. He was an ex-cop, and he's looking for a killer. With a guy that's he's killing a lot of people, and this is in London. This is a really good film, and a lot of things with it takes you on so many roller coasters, and some scenes that's insane. I forgot what it was, and then you see it's a real crazy scene, but this is a real good psychological thriller. It's a lot of twists and turns in this film, and Idris Elba is at his best. I think for me, when he speaks, his speaking his native tone, and he's doing, that. I think it's gonna be a part 2, and I enjoyed it. But this is a really good. I'm saying, listen, I'm telling you, this is like a 4 out of 5 out of 4 out of 5 out of 5. This is a really good film. I suggest you watch it. It's on Netflix. All right, Scream 6. This film, Scream 6. This film was good. Okay. All right, this film was good. 6-1, and they did without Nev Campbell. Okay. The 2 main characters, the sisters, one by Jenny Ortega, and I don't know this, the other one, her sister. But it's a really, they're in New York, and then one of the killers are there, and then there's a lot of killing in New York. The surviving members of Scream 5 is in it, the new version of them, and then they trying to escape for what happened in Woodsboro, and now they're in New York, trying to start their lives and things like that, and then the killer's out there again, and it's not a predictable ending to it, but some of the things raise a lot of concerns where people really talked about a lot of things with that when finally the killers were revealed, and so it really let a lot of people into their mentions and things like that. But like I said, this is a really good film. It's a good film for the Scream franchise. They did well at the box office. It's always is good, and I recommend you watch it. Yeah. But this is NBA Onetake's Pretty Boy Laker.